Hey, what's going on everybody? My name's Destructions. Thanks for tuning in, and welcome to my 2022 recap. What a year has it been? One instructive, elevating, and productive year in my academic life, personal life, and YouTube life. This is the last video for 2022 for me, so I thought it would be great for me to go over what 2022 has brought to me and brought to you guys through YouTube. In the background are 6 moab streaks. The first one's going to be a 19 on mission, and then the game ends. The second one is going to be a 20 on lockdown, and then the game ends. The third one's going to be a 21 on mission, in which Infinite Shock's Majestic Gnome and 2 Envoy got a triple moab, but was ruined by a communications error. The fourth one's going to be a 21 on terminal, and again the communications error. And then the fifth one's going to be a 22 on mission, and the sixth one is going to be a 22 on C-Town, and the game ends. First, academic life. I don't want to harp on it too much because I talk about it quite a bit from my previous commentaries, so I'm going to keep this short. All in all, I survived 4 blocks of med school, advanced from first year to second year, and managed to keep up. I was very fortunate to start and continue a research project, which turned into a poster that I presented at a conference. That was good for my CV, but more importantly, it gave me the feeling and experience that I never had before. My style of studying also changed dramatically this year, from going from year 1 to year 2. Overall, right now, I feel much more confident of quote-unquote letting go of the classroom material and transitioning to USMLE step prep through my learning. You'll probably understand this a little bit more as a medical student, but I'm just giving you my thoughts. Recently, I got started on another research project, and I'm thus building the confidence to handle multiple competing demands at once. Also, through shadowing through my DCE program at school, I was exposed to 2 specialties that I've never had experience before, and that gave me the inspiration of what I wanted to do and do not want to do. One of the most important things that I look forward to this school year was being on the admissions team, where I do interviews for applicants to our medical school program. That was actually pretty instructive, as it taught me how to interview and elicit information and come to conclusions about applicants, other people. I found that this skill goes hand in hand with how to interview patients for my own profession of medicine, and I definitely hope to keep this activity up for the next year. And now for my personal life, mostly my health. I realized that I needed to be more careful about my health around the end of our blocks of material. I think I actually got COVID twice this year, so that's kind of remarkable. The first time was in February, the last week of lectures for course 3. The second one was in April, the last week of lectures for course 4. Now I can't confirm that I got it the second time because I ran the PCR test. However, I did not run the PCR test the first time I got it. The reason I think that I got it the first time is that I have a strong suspicion the symptoms and the disease course were very similar for those 2 times. And come the last 2 weeks of course 6, I got a cold that lasted 2.5 weeks. It took coming back home for a few days for it to fully clear up. As described in my last commentary, I was super uncomfortable for a long while, and I believe that impacted my studies. I'm glad that despite those health setbacks, I was able to survive. I also got rhabdomyolysis in early October, and I'll get into that in a future video, but suffice it to say that it was extremely painful and the recovery was pretty long. Outside of my health, I've also enjoyed driving and doing road trips quite a bit this year. I drove to Orlando and back, which is about 1.5 hours or more one way depending on traffic, a few times this year. I even did a day trip with my friends to the NASA Kennedy Space Center right before Thanksgiving, which was about 2.5 hours one way. Aside from that, I was able to go explore the Tampa Bay area almost every weekend. But my proudest accomplishment this year in terms of road tripping was driving all the way back to my home in the DC area in one day for break, and then back down to Tampa in another day for school. Now, I do admit that I did this with another person, but still, 16 hours in the car for one day is nothing to scoff at. And I did that twice. Honestly, as exhausting as those 2 days were, they gave me a good feeling of being able to travel with my car for an extended period of time. I know most people would view driving in general as a chore, and I would agree if it were in the city. However, in the countryside or on long stretches of highways, it's such a joy, and that's why I love these trips so much. Now for the YouTube accomplishments for this year. As of recording this video, I've gained a little over 80 subscribers this year, which I'm content with. Because I'm not doing a whole lot of promotion for my videos, I'm okay that my views are relatively steady. I took myself from, I think m.o.a.b 57 or 60 to 171, which is quite a ton. This includes 4 double m.o.a.bs, which I'm proud of, and countless bro-apps with my friends. Late last year, I stopped doing individual commentaries for every m.o.a.b that I got, and I really refined the formula this year. I'm pretty happy with how many videos I was able to get out, and the style of the m.o.a.bs that I was able to put up. As you might have noticed, the music behind my m.o.a.bs sounded a little bit different from what some of my friends put in their videos. I covered why in a previous commentary video I did over the summer, but TLDR, I play a lot of Konami's m.o.a.b games, which are rhythm games with a lot of in-house music. I just think it's really cool to be able to share these songs that I like and bring them to you in a m.o.a.b format. These videos have been just as successful, if not more successful, than the ones I did last year. Doing this allowed me to pump out videos more efficiently, so I'm going to continue this for the next year. Speaking of m.o.a.b games, I also started posting rhythm game content on my channel. I posted some DDR, Pump It Up, and Step Maniacs content, as well as some of my own step charts for Pump It Up. These are just for my own sake and for some of my friends who also play rhythm games. I was never expecting them to do well, but some of them actually did pretty well, to my surprise. I also started a campaign playthrough project, notably with Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. I found myself liking my campaign playthroughs for other Call of Duties. So I had this idea because I was doing a little bit of campaign playthrough for other Call of Duties, but they were kind of bits and pieces from different games. So I decided to give the entirety of Modern Warfare 3 the treatment. Though they didn't get that many views, I liked having a record of them on my channel. Yes, they were on the recruits difficulty, because my goal is to showcase the campaign and not my individual skill. So, at the conclusion of this video, what should you expect for the year 2020 on this channel? Well, for the first part of the year, will probably be similar to what you're used to. A few uploads weekly, either on a Monday, Wednesday, Friday schedule, or a Tuesday, Friday schedule. I will probably stick to the same time for my uploads, around early afternoon for my time, for most videos. These will depend on how much time I have during the remaining block of second year of med school, as well as my step preparation. Afterwards, I'll be transitioning to clinicals in the month of May and June, and there might be a change in how frequently I upload, but that is yet to be determined. I need to first figure out my life in third year and beyond. Because I liked doing Call of Duty campaign playthroughs, I'll continue to do them. In fact, look for one coming very soon. As I still have quite a bit of m.o.a.b streaks on my hard drive, like the ones you're seeing in the background, I'm aiming to work on them and upload a few more commentaries, especially earlier in this year. That's it for 2022. Thanks for coming along, and thank you so much for being my audience and my friends. Let us make 2023 just as good, or perhaps even better. If you did enjoy this video, please remember to like this video, share this with your friends, and subscribe to my channel. 2022, signing out.
Jesus Christ, Jesus Christ! What the hell was this? I'm I'm out, I'm out, I'm out, I'm out. Oh my gosh. What is this? Fuck that. Ah!